Hey toy collectors, welcome to another super exciting outrageous toy review. Today we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Yellow Ranger. I'm so glad I finally found Trini at retail. This Mighty Morphin team is getting closer and closer to being complete. As always, the back of our package features a photo of the toy inside. Let's get it out of there and take a closer look. It's time for that one review from almost every Ranger team that looks terrible against my yellow background. Here we've got Trini, the Yellow Ranger, out of the package. This could also be Aisha. Later on, I assume we'll get an Aisha head with a later Ranger suit. But let's take a closer look here. Trini's got her saber-toothed tiger helmet there. I think it looks pretty good. She's got that diamond pattern on her chest, the yellow uniform. She's got her morpher on her belt. I always think these Hasbro morphers are a little bit small and a little bit flat compared to what they should be, but it's kind of like my only real complaint with them. Yellow legs, and she's got the white boots with the diamonds there also. And of course she's got the white gloves with the diamonds on her arms. That's the basic overview of the character, the way she looks. Let's take a look at articulation and some of her other features. There's a certain level of articulation we come to expect the Lightning Collection. Well, that wasn't even really on there, was it, huh? She's got a ball joint with a hinge in it in her neck there. She's got ratcheting joints in her shoulders as well as a butterfly joint there. Lets her arms move in and out. This one seems to move a little easier than this one. Go butterfly joint, there we go. Sometimes you got to work those joints loose a little bit. There is a bend at the elbow which also pivots. It's interesting because that kind of makes it so you don't need a bicep cut, which is a common articulation point. There is not a swivel at the bottom of the glove, but there is a swivel and a hinge in her wrist. While we're here at her hands, let's take a look at them real quick. Both of her hands are sort of molded in accessory holding hands, but they're not quite the usual like C-shaped hand that an action figure has. The fingers are kind of spread out here down towards the bottom, almost like for holding a sai, but she doesn't have sais, she has daggers. But they do kind of work for like kung fu hands, so that's kind of neat for posing her around. Additionally, Trini comes with a karate chop hand and a trigger figure and a trigger figure and a trigger finger hand. Those hands can be swapped out. I don't really like doing it too much because the pegs are very thin and it worries me. Generally, the figures come with the hands that I like the most. Additionally, for accessories, she has her power daggers. They are yellow handles with silver blades and silver ends there. They're a little gummy, which I guess helps get them in her hands, but I do worry about them warping in the package, or I throw my guys in a big bin for storage, and I worry about that a little bit. They also seem kind of tiny. They might be screen accurate, but they also seem like they might be a hair tiny. Saber-toothed tiger! She's got a rotation point in her torso here, as well as an ab crunch at the waist. On her belt, there's a holster there with the Blade Blaster in blaster mode, which is not screen accurate to holster it that way, but it's more fun to have the blaster than the blade portion. She's got hip joints that move out to the side and forward and backwards, a hip rotation there, or a thigh rotation. She's got double jointed knees. She has a swivel at the boot. She has an ability to rock her ankles and roll her ankles. Like other Lightning Collection figures, Trini comes with these blast effects that fit on her weapons. They look terrible with my backdrop because they're translucent yellow, and that just looks kind of weird, but they have a little slot in them that can fit on the blades. They seem large, a little overdone for her. Maybe they're reused from a different figure. In fact, that's kind of what I think is going on here. But maybe slightly smaller ones look good. With these long strands on it, it almost looks like she's deflecting like bullets or laser blasts with a ting 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 ting, like Wonder Woman's bracers, you know, ricocheting the bullets off of them. The final accessory that Trini comes with plays into that removable helmet. We can pop on her Trini head. Oh, I can't remember if we really saw Trini in the command center in her suit without the helmet on. I feel like that was a much more common thing as the show went on. Some of the replacement Rangers were more likely to be seen in this format, like Aisha. I think it's really cool that we got this Trini head, though. It's a great tribute to the actress who portrayed Trini, who passed away. I think it's a pretty good likeness of her. I think it looks pretty good. It's so nice to have Trini with a female physique. There's so much merchandise from the early days of Power Rangers where all the Rangers used the same body, like the head flippers, and so the girls came out super chunky looking. There's also a lot of versions of Power Rangers that were released later where the characters were super bulked up and the girls were very buxom, and it just doesn't look like the show version of the Rangers. So it's really nice to have this great sculpted Trini here. Thanks for watching this super exciting, outrageous tour review. Make sure to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos.